Hey there, fellers. What is up? Sentient Potato here, and welcome to my rant where I talk about one of my least favorite streaming softwares of all time. Now, as you can see, I have a little browser source set up because it took me, I'm not even kidding here, chat, a couple hours. Well, I say a couple hours, but like, I'm on Gruta Linux. It took me a little while, though, to set up and find a very specific I can talk, a very specific port of OBS Studio that had, you know, browser source support. And then on top of that, I had problems where, for whatever reason, I could not, for the life of me, get application audio capture set up, only to realize I had to download it as a specific friggin' like addition off of the Software Center, which was a hair embarrassing, I will admit, but it's all set up now. So I've got OBS and application audio capture, which, okay, whatever. But like, come to find out, guys, that apparently the OBS developers only have two official Linux versions, which, okay, whatever. First one is the Ubuntu port, and the second is the Flatpak version. And those ones you can just, set up OBS similar to how you would for Windows, except they're missing a feature that's been on Linux as a separate plugin for about 10 give or take years. And I know what you're wondering. What is that feature? Application audio capture, so that way I can separate out my audio sources into two or three different things. So like some go into the VOD, some go into the stream. Which, okay, whatever. But like I find it very annoying that if you go to any Linux that's not mainline Ubuntu, which hell no, and if you don't go to one that's not, if not Ubuntu, just one that supports Flatpaks right out of the gate, you have to go for an unofficial third-party mm-hmm, third-party fork of OBS, because like, what is the point of doing anything to, with OBS at this point? Like, if you have to go out of your way to get a third-party fork, and even then, you have to get a specific fork with basically all the features you need for regular OBS. Plus, on top of that, having to deal with like getting the application audio capture plugin. Like, I mean, sure, you can, but like at the same time, that is a lot of tedium. Which, no shame to those who enjoy tedium, but like, I, I admit I find myself seriously annoyed. Because, like, the OBS developers have had a long time by now. They could have easily forked application audio capture, not just over to the Linux version of OBS, but they could have written a fork for Windows as well, but for whatever reason they didn't. And I don't know, like that always just seemed incredibly strange to me. Like, also another thing I'm just gonna say right out of the gate. OBS is my least favorite streaming software, even if not on top of the whole woke thing they've done where they've decided that they didn't need to support Rumble because, Rumble's you got insert XY reason here as to why Rumble is shit and they shall never support to it. Which, I mean, fair, but like you should give the option. Because, like, here's my issues with Rumble. There's this one small streamer whose name I'm not going to disclose, who been streaming on Rumble for, 2 3 years, as one does, and was getting sent tips and whatnot, but Rumble decided, oh, you're getting tips? That's cool. You're a small creator, you're a VTuber? We're not gonna pay you for your tips. Get bent. When I saw that, it was like, damn, okay. Like, what is the point of claiming, you're like a good platform for shitty creators? If you, I say shitty creators, but like a good platform for good creators, I mean, if you're gonna do that. But even on top of that, Rumble, it's got a lot of problems. The video player is terrible. The website's fucking flooded with just insane amounts of bots. And on top of that, it's just a terrible, like, kind of software in general. Like, wow, cool. You've got all this different all these different things, but you are quite possibly the worst YouTube alternative out there. Like, Good going, guys. You'll definitely make it. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Then on top of that, again, like, as a Linux user, like, one thing that I genuinely loathe, going back to the OBS topic, like, I genuinely loathe that your only two, as far as I'm aware, streaming options are either a browse, or actually three options are FFmpeg through the terminal, OBS, which I've already mentioned my issues with, or three, one of like, what is it, two or three, like, browser-based streaming softwares? Which, if they work for you, that's awesome, more power to you, but to me, I don't know, I just find it really, like, really crappy. That's kind of what we're relegated to. Like, you would think at this point somebody would, like, bother to, do the bare minimum, like, just the bare minimum, and create some kind of, streaming software that would, be both A, on Windows and, Linux, but the B part of that being, some kind of, gaming software, or I say gaming, but streaming software for gaming, or even just regular stuff that's not crappy. Because, like, OBS, like, I'm gonna say this, especially as a longtime user of OBS on both Linux and Windows, and I've used other softwares too. OBS sucks. Like, it breaks with every update. It's got 5 or 6 problems on top of everything else. And, like, to me personally, I don't know. I'm sick and tired of these terrible open source softwares that don't even work correctly unless you go out of your way, even on Windows, to do 5 or 6 different things. Like, this is why I hope one day, preferably sooner than later, the Streamlabs devs will create a Linux version of Streamlabs because, at least unlike OBS, I haven't had a single friggin' issue with Streamlabs. Like, say whatever you will, but at least Streamlabs, despite its purported issues, is competent. Like, OBS can't even create, like, a good FFmpeg wrapper. Like, wow, cool, you got all these things, but, like, ugh. Anyways, thanks for listening to my 8-minute rant. I should be returning to gaming content pretty soon, but either way, peace out, y'all. I wish y'all the best.